Oh boy, fucking hell, it's hot. Okay, so little update, and also I back. I did say last stream, which was last Sunday, which was 2 days ago, that I wasn't streaming tomorrow tomorrow night, aka Monday night. I probably on the next following day or the next following up. So I figured I wanted to stream because uh well, a couple of updates here and there. So I'll just get it out of as fast as possible. So, um, like a lot of bad things happen. Not gonna lie, but so I'll start off with Mike has COVID. Mike finally got COVID after 2 years. Apparently, his dad tested positive for COVID, and he himself decided to get it tested because as of late he's been having symptoms. And yeah, apparently not even a not even 10 or 5 seconds, bam, the test kit says, yep, he's COVID positive. So there's that. Um, Another bad news is, well, another bad news is, my AC, my portable air conditioner, is dying on me. Uh, if you have watched the previous stream, I've actually mentioned this that I was complaining so much throughout the whole stream. Every now and then, I was complaining, wondering why is it so hot, even with TMX uh temperature like 18 degrees Celsius and full fan speed, and it's still hot. The room isn't getting colder, nor is it getting hotter, but the temperature is consistent room temperature, even though the AC and my window, the AC is on full blast, my window is closed, so there isn't any, I don't know, exposed holes in the wall or some shit. But yeah. So a possibility is it's either there's dust buildup again, which was the first issue around, or uh the freeze the gas inside the, because every air conditioner has this type of gas that is actually a coolant gas that lasts for like years until you need to top it up because the coolant gas is degrades over time or just expires, or it slowly evaporates throughout the surrounding environment of constant use of your air conditioner. But anyways, my AC is apparently 2 years old because my brother bought the AC for he and his wife when they were still living with us, when they were newly married, and my sister-in-law moved in, and they were borrowing my room just for them. My room is pretty small. Yeah, they still insisted, asking if they could borrow my room for the time being until they can save up enough money, or if they, until they can find a place to live, to move to, so that yeah, they can start their own thing, as newlyweds and husband and wife. But yeah, so they bought the AC around, I think, late 2020, around there. I'm not wrong, or early 20. But yeah, um, the AC has been around for quite some time, and safe to say that it's officially is on its last leg. It used to be the case where I would either put it at 25, 26, or even 27 degrees, and on the lowest fan speed, it would still get the room cold, cold, cold. 25 degrees, lowest fan speed, it would freeze up the room. Like, it would be fucking freezing. And not just because I'm skinny and don't have body mass to insulate uh, heat and be able to be like, um, keep out coldness. Because if you have more body mass, aka if you're obese slash fat, it'd be harder for you to, start shivering or it'd still not be cold enough for you if you're in a slightly cool environment. It needs to be like super ice Antarctic cold for you to start realizing, oh shit, it's actually cold. I should wear a jacket. Yeah, in case you don't, it's kind of like the same concept as polar bears or grizzly bears. They're fat and they have a lot of fur. Think of that as any typical fat obese human being. You know how if you put like a skinny person and a oversized person in one room and then you turn up the AC, the oversized person won't be complaining as much as compared to the skinny guy. He'd be complaining about like things like, God damn, it's cold, turn down the AC. But the oversized person would be like, no, it's not cold, it's actually fairly okay to be decent moderate temperature. Anyways, yeah, my AC's dying. Mike's got COVID and I'm sure wet down today at work. So my God. As you all know, I work at IKEA part time, and my job scope is a picker and a packer. Picker is who's in the name of picker. A picker is someone who goes out throughout all of IKEA, picking up items that people have ordered online, and we get them as the delivery list. And we scan the delivery list under our name, signifying that yeah, we're doing this delivery list and we're going around the whole area, the whole warehouse and market hall or showroom area, collecting the items and then putting them in trolleys, in bags, and maybe on pallets, on pallet jack, whatnot. So, and that's the basic gist of what a picker is. Now, a packer is the other end of the spectrum, the other side of the coin. A packer is, well, who is in the name? A packer is someone who packs the items that the pickers pick up. And the pickers, along with the full timers in the same level, send it down to level 2, the level below the pickers' work area. Send it to back. They send it to the packers down at level 2 for them to pack if there's any items that needs packing, especially fragile items like glass, ceramic, mirrors, you name it. And if there's items that are already in boxes or in packaging, they don't need any pack. Then we send it down to level 1, which is the loading bay, which is where the delivery trucks are parked up and are standing by to load up any items or any packages that we've already packed or picked to send out to the customers who've ordered stuff online. So today was a very, I guess, special day, so to speak, because we had a high influx of online orders, which I didn't find out till I was already knee deep of the amount of shit that they threw me into, which I wasn't complaining, but the one thing I was complaining about is one chick who was on my ass, left and right. So this chick, she's a she's like an old auntie. She's an old Chinese auntie that does packing a lot. She does pack. So she's mostly at level 2 doing packing with another full timer who's a pretty chill guy who actually gave me the rundown and the gist of how what to do in packing and whatnot. See, this lady, she's been working here for so long, and well, she's a full timer, and from what I heard, her position isn't really that high, but she's friends with like the supervisor. So, um, so this lady, right? The first time I officially did packing, it was on a weekend. Weekends, I've mentioned this before. Weekends is always packed. Weekends is obviously everyone's day off. They come to IKEA, buy furniture, and whatnot. The deliveries that I mostly dealt with packing on my first day of packing was on a weekend, which was probably the worst experience I had as of currently about working IKEA for probably almost the entire month. So my worst experience was working as a packer on a weekend and not just any weekend, but my first ever weekend rush as a packer and my first ever job as a packer. I've always been doing picking my first week. They threw me into packing when I did my Saturday shift on my first week. And it was a very rushed day. Even though it was 5 hours, it felt like a lifetime. That was my first time doing packing. I mean, I did almost did packing a couple times before the weekend, but they put me back upstairs because they already had plenty of people downstairs doing packing. So I was an extra guy they had to send back up. Anyways, yeah. So everything was pretty rushed. The guy who taught me the basics of packing, he understands that this is my official first time doing packing. The last time I was down there was basically learning basics. But I was basically training, but um, officially first time being down there with them the whole 5 hour shift and doing weekend rush. You know, packing every item that comes down to our level, making sure everything's secure, and any fragile items is kept in boxes with cushioning and whatnot. Yeah, he understands that. Yeah, if I'm slow, it's fine. But oh my god, this chick, she was on my ass. So this was the first time, right, for me. And you know the saying, first time for everything. This chick, right? I was so exhausted multiple times because not only was it my first ever rush hour, I guess, or busy day working there, but it's my first time doing packing, so I'm still somewhat hazy on the basis that the guy showed me and taught me. So yeah. So rather than being patient with me, she decided to just barge in and micromanage me. And not only micromanage me, but fucking take over every package delivery list that I take out of the cargo lift. And uh, even if the item list is very short, like there's only a few items on the pallet jack or in the trolley, I would still try to take it out and do it. But no, she would just get in there and then she just tell me go take out the other the packages, the literally the other delivery. What? Like this item is this is a short list. There's only a few items I can do it. Although it's my first day, just let me try. And it's not the end of it. When given the chance, when she herself was being oversawed because she's micromanaging me and she's practically doing everything even if she doesn't need to. She's full chill. There was actually 5 people there. Her and the chill guy that taught me the basics of hacking, myself, and then 2 other guys. So when the rush came in and everyone was doing their thing, I decided to also do my thing. But fuck me, man, she gets her shit done, and still here I am going at a somewhat snail speed pace, right? But still trying to rack my brain how to do everything. So I did get some help from the guys, and especially the chill dude, the chill full timer dude. And I got the gist of it. But this chick was still on my ass, fucking micromanaging me left and right. Because she saw me screw up like a couple times only, and then she, in her right mind, thought, okay, yeah, this guy, he's gonna slow us down throughout the, so I'm just gonna micromanage. I guess that's what she thought was best. Although at the same time, while I was scratching my head, figuring shit out, or trying to grasp what the guy taught me, which right away I finally grasped it. It's just some trial and error and a lot more practicing and whatnot. Um, yeah, when I finally got to do some proper packing, he would still like intervene, but I tell her like, no, I got this. This one's already done. What are you doing? And yeah, when I got into the momentum of how things are being run, it just started to become second nature to me. Because you mostly be working with pallet jacks, which is also second nature to me because I work with a lot of pallet jacks, and I used the pallet jack one too many times back in the day in the army because I was a storeman. So when on my first day when they asked me do I know how to use a pallet jack, like, bro, if there was a pallet jack license, I'd probably be like, I'd just like fucking flex and say, yeah, I'm fucking pallet jack certified. But yeah, anyways, when the inrush of packages or delivery that gets sent to our level wasn't happening or anything. So basically everything was calm because the job of a packer is very, very fucking chill. As long as there isn't a lot of items, a lot of people ordering shit online, or a lot of stuff that needs being packed, sent down to a lot of shit that needs packing and then get sent down to the loading bay where the delivery trucks are. You can do whatever you want. You can sit down, you can rest. I mean, sleeping, I don't think you can sleep because the cameras there actually. There's cameras in every. But anyways, um, yeah, you can rest. You can use your phone. Hell, you can use your phone during work hours. I mean, if you want to listen to music, fuck yeah, but you can't listen to music through your earphones or your headphones. If you want to blast your music, that's probably the only option they can give you in terms of if you want to listen to music. Best option is to blast it because it's a safety precaution. I can understand where they're coming from because imagine you have earpiece on and then start blasting your music and you can't hear the fucking forklift coming at you or honking its horn at you because the machinery we have in the warehouse area does have like a horn and shit, so to signify that they're gonna turn towards this section of the racks. So just to warn anyone beforehand as a precaution to know that there's heavy machinery being moved. But yeah. Anyways, in other words, you can't plug in, but you can blast your music if you want to listen. So yeah, if there's nothing to pack, if nothing comes to our floor for packing, we just sit around, chill, talk, use our phones, watch whatever, play games even. Sure is what I did. So right in reference to that, like when there's nothing to do, you can just relax and whatnot. This chick, right? She's been working here for so long, and she's a full timer, and her position isn't that high. But and like I said, she's friends with the supervisor, just like the highest guy there in the warehouse area. So when we didn't had any in rush, right? A rush of packages being sent down to us, when like it was like 30 minutes of just chillness, no issues coming to us, no packages coming our way whatsoever. I am by one of the tables where we put any parcels, any fragile items that we need packing with protection and tape and whatnot. So basically, the packing station. Yeah, I was sitting on top of the packing station on the table. Now, when you're sitting on a desk on top of a table because there's no chair. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And on top of that, we do have two chairs. One was already being used, and the other one, well, I didn't think of it as first to use it. So I decided to just sit on the chair, right? Using my phone, waiting for any packages to come down to our floor for packing and whatnot. This chick who is with us and has been micromanaging me for the whole shift goes up to me and tells me, you know you can't sit down, right? Like, you know, what like you can't sit down anywhere at all. I'm like, wait, you tell me I can't sit down, but I see everyone else here, including the part timers, they can sit down. They're sitting down, and then I'm the only person out. You opted out. Like, what's the big deal? Every single one of them, like either sitting down or leaning against the packing station table, and here I am sitting on a bona fide proper chair, some comfort. She goes up to me and fucking outed me out among everyone else, who is clearly out in the fucking open just by the cargo lift, sitting down. I'm also sitting down. She goes up to me and say, "Oh, you can't sit down. What if the supervisor comes down and catches you sitting down?" I'm like, what? I'm seeing everyone else here down here. They're sitting down. They're more out in the open than I am. I'm more, you know, less conspicuous. I'm like hidden. Like I'm behind the fucking packing station table. The only way for you to see me sitting down is if you actually walk up to the packing station. It's actually quite a walk from the cargo lift. And then you tell me what, if the moment the cargo lift opens up and the manager supervisor is there, he can see me from there. Wow. So yeah, I just took her word for it. 'Cause, Maybe because she thinks I don't know any better. Plus, it was my first day doing packing. So yeah, I probably let her off the hook because yeah, she's got more years of experience than me. But yeah, I guess I take it to a grain of salt. But boy oh fucking boy, today was really oh. Today we had a rush. Not as bad as the first day I did packing. Today we had a rush because as of lately, I've been doing afternoon shifts. Throughout this whole week, I'm going to be doing afternoon shift, Monday to Friday, all afternoon shifts, 12 to 5 p.m. And it was both a terrible and also a bad idea. Terrible meaning I ended up doing shifts where she is there, full timing Chinese elderly auntie that I have to deal with, that I'm talking about. So there was that this part of the of the shift where we had to send down items, packages that need to deliver on the 22nd of February, which is tomorrow. So it was just nonstop sending all the pallets and trolleys and whatnot down to the loading bay area. And after that, after we finished loading down, sending down the 22nd of Feb packages, and there was a lot, by the way. Because they sent me down to the loading bay to receive said packages for 22nd of February, so that the guys downstairs can organize it at one spot of the storage area down there, so that tomorrow they can send it out and it's ready. It's already there. Anyways, once it's done, I went back up to level 2 to the packing area, and then yeah, she was there. I actually met the supervisor and we talked a bit because he got wind of who I was, because he knew some people from my fucking unit, and I was like, "Yo, small world." Anyways, the supervisor heard I was from MTI, Motorized Infantry Training Institute. So he asked me what I was posted there as. I told him I was posted there as a storeman. So yeah, and yeah, he was surprised. Like, yeah, okay, I figured you're a storeman because I see how you were using the pellet jack. Kind of seemed like your way around a pellet jack. But yeah, he asked me if the uh, the people there are still the same, and I told him it's like, what else is new in MTI? It's shitty superiors and shitty day. Honestly, it's like same shit. So we had a bit of small talk. So yeah, I went back to level 2, and um, yeah, I wanted to get some, like, at least want to sit down, catch my breath, drink my apple iced tea that I left upstairs. Drank a bit, sat down, used my phone a bit, blasted my music a bit, and the chick comes up to our level, right? He comes up with the supervisor, and then they're just inspecting the packing area. See, apparently they're not just inspecting; they're checking the items for the 24th of February, because the packing area is also a storage area. We send any items that get sent to our level that is due to deliver on specific days. Like, for example, like today is the 21st, and then tomorrow's the 22nd, and so on and so forth. Any items that's like what 25th and above in terms of dates, they get staged and kept in the packing area until the date of said due delivery is either tomorrow or the current day. So the items that we sent down throughout this whole 5 hour shift were the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd and 24th. 22nd of February items had a lot. 24th had the most, and God, it was fucking abysmal. Anyways, after completing, I was just sitting down, resting, checking on my phone. Chick comes up with supervisor inspecting all the packages and dates. So yeah, I was just, I didn't realize the supervisor was there, and I didn't realize the chick was there until I moved closer to the cargo lift because I wanted to plug in my phone because I brought my charger with. So I went and fucking plugged my phone, and supervisor left already. The chick stayed, and as soon as the supervisor left, and as I was plugging my phone, the chick turns around. She goes up to me and tells me, "Why are you sitting down at the table there? I told you before, you can't sit down. What if the supervisor was here? You're lucky he left." And I fucking blew my shit because I was fucking furiated because I was fucking tired after dealing that shit for the first time. And she's been on my ass since day one. And the fact that she just comes at me like that, although the whole time that she was on the floor with the supervisor, I was sitting down. The supervisor didn't say shit. And then when he left, and she goes up to me saying that I can't sit down, and she says like, "What if the supervisor was walking around?" Like, bitch, the supervisor was there the whole fucking time. He was inspecting the whole packing level, inspecting what needs to be sent down to the loading bay. He must have saw me. And if he saw me, he could have told you or told the guy who's in charge of me. Tell him like, "Oh, that guy, you should tell him to not sit down." But apparently he didn't say anything. He just probably wondering, "Oh wow, the guy's probably tired, so I'm just not gonna bother him. We're all here. Let him rest. Let him catch his breath." So I fucking flipped out on her. Right? The guy in charge of me, the chill guy, right? He was just standing there, just like wondering, like, why was my face so fucking pissed? Everyone there was just like stunned that I fucking flipped my shit because the things I said to her is like, why I like everyone else can sit down, but I can't sit down. You sat down day one when I was doing packing. Every single one. I remember last time I was down here for the first time doing packing, you were there. You were micromanaging. Although I didn't know what to do and I was being taught what to do, at the same time there was a rush order. And I still understood what to do. But you're telling me I can't sit down, I can't rest? What, I'm supposed to work nonstop? How come I have to get this kind of treatment? How come you out me out single handedly? How come everyone on that day, everyone who was clearly more out in the open in the packing level, sitting down, resting, using their phone, how come they can do what you're telling me not to do? Huh? And then when it comes to me, it's like, no, I can't do any of this. I can't even rest. So you're telling me if I can rest, I can't go to the toilet? I can't drink water? And what's this about the supervisor? And then I asked her, like, how long have you been working here? Told me she's been working here for 4 years. And I asked her, so? Working here for 4 years? What, well, what's your position? Are you a higher position? If you're not a higher position and you've been working for 4 years, you're doing something wrong. And I don't care if you go to the supervisor, because the supervisor also knows me. So if you're gonna say like, oh, he's your friend, you can say whatever you want, then he can help you out. No, you do that kind of shit. I also have friends upstairs. The person who got me this job, she's friends with the friend of mine in the army who actually recommended me this job. And my friend in the office, she's more high ranking than the supervisor and you combined. And with a word from her, she can easily let go anyone. So if you want to go that route, by all means, go ahead. Otherwise, let me rest if I want to rest. But if there's work to be done, I'll get off my ass and do my work. And from that point, she got nothing else to say. She just fucking walked off. Fucking stupid. I would say, moral of the story, I would say I got lucky because, like the supervisor who's like probably somewhat the most senior in the warehouse portion of IKEA is, connected to me in some way. But moral of the story, if even if you're a first timer or timer or even a newbie, and you know something is not right, you feel like you're being outed out single-handedly. Like if everyone else is nice, and then one person is just being a total dick to you specifically, and then you see how this person who's being a dick to you specifically is treating others who is entirely different treatment, you already know you're being outed. I guess I learned that shit in the army because I had that kind of shit happen during my time in MTI, and the amount of times I flipped my shit at even superiors who are like have ranks or like warrant officers and shit. I call them out for their incompetency, and I'm wondering how the fuck they became warrant officers, let alone a superior who's like 10 or even 15 ranks higher than me. And that's not an exaggeration. That's legit straight facts right there. I've dealt with people who are like 15 ranks higher than me. Hell, I deal with fucking majors back in the day. They're the majors, honestly, if it's like an officer, not warrant officer, there's a difference between officer and warrant officer. Officers and majors, they're actually pretty chill because they've been through the more shittier shits than staff sergeants, master sergeants, and warrant officers combined. Officers, commissioned officers, be it a lieutenant, second lieutenant, captain, majors, colonels, lieutenant colonels, senior lieutenant colonels. They have more shit that they have to go through than specs, than specialists, or advanced specialists, or like staff sergeant and master sergeant. But yeah, fucking retarded, honestly. So the reason why today, the reason the story that I mentioned is the bad news, because I feel like after my shift ended, she spoke to the supervisor. Hopefully, the supervisor can see past this, because honestly, if she's gonna come up with some lie and make it seem like I harassed her or whatever, I mean, I got that chill guy and then a couple part timers who were key witnesses to the whole incident that I flipped my shit on. And definitely they're gonna back me up, because like honestly, after the fucking argument I had with her, and the other full timer saw the whole fucking thing, and then she just walked away and went back upstairs. He went up to me, he pulled me to one side and talked. Told her like, I told him like, dude, sorry if I flipped out on her, but she was really getting on my nerves. And I know I'm just a part timer, but I gotta do something. I know when I know that I'm being treated wrong. And I learned that shit in the army, and the fact that it's no stranger to me, and it's no way in hell that there is no workplace environment in throughout the working world where you're not gonna encounter, like, I just had to say what was right, and I just wanted to get it off my chest before it gets worst case scenario is I bring it up to HR or bring it up to my friend in the office. Tell him like, yeah, this chick's been bothering me. I don't care if she's working 4 years already and she's got more experience than me. I want her to be get transferred or taken off the job or some shit, or reschedule my shifts, which I can do 3 times. And if I reschedule my shifts too many times, yeah, they'll have to let me go. The thing about the IKEA thing, if you cancel or rebook your shift, or reschedule your shifts like 3 times at least, with or without valid reason, yeah, they'll have to terminate you. That is part timers agreement. As for full timers, I don't know, but for part timers, I mean, you're a part timer. You don't have they don't the company IKEA has no legal obligation, even though you do sign a contract. I read the contracts, terms and conditions, and policy. I read it thoroughly. You believe that? The first ever terms and condition in my whole life that I actually read. There's no mention about uh like IKEA will take responsibility or anything. There is no mention of they'll be responsible or they'll be held liable for any like injuries caused. But yeah. So there's a possibility that it's either I may or may not have a job tomorrow or the following week. I don't. Uh, I'll keep you guys updated because I definitely am gonna need this job for until next year because I need to at least get some money going in because I'm definitely going to Japan and possibly going back to the UK this year. So I at least want to get some savings. So if I'm gonna spend some stuff, be UK or Japan, I got money, so I don't have to rely on my parents. Which has been the case whenever we go overseas. They always give me and my sister uh, a decent amount of change in our pockets to buy stuff, be it chewing gum, souvenir, or whatever. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Yeah. What's the other? Oh, the other one's not a really bad news. It's actually some good news out of all this. So I mentioned my AC is currently dying. So I found, well, not I found. My dad helped me. Me and my dad discussed because I told him if there's any way that the monthly AC maintenance cleaner that comes to our house clean and maintain our ACs, right? Well, I asked him if they do portable air conditioners as well. Do they clean and maintain it as well? So my dad went and asked the guy, and they said that they can check my AC. The minimum pricing is like $50. It can go up to 120. My dad did the math in his head and then realized I think it's best if I just buy a new AC because he knows that this AC that I have has been around since 2021 and it's already 2023. It's like you could say 2 years. And uh, I've only been using this AC late 2020. I mean late 2021. So in general, I've only used this AC for a year plus. But my brother and my sister-in-law has been using it for longer than me because they bought this shit when they moved in. When my sister-in-law moved in with us for the time being after the wedding, after their marriage, and they got married. So this AC has been in my room for a long ass time and has been around and has been used a lot more than my a lot more than me. And yeah, you could say it's old. Theoretically, it could be 3 years old for all I know. Anyways, uh, yeah, my dad thought. I mean, if the repair could go up to $120 and my AC is like, I paid it off 264 because after my brother and his wife moved out from my room and into their own house, I mean their own apartment. My brother made me, told me to just pay him back $33, for the month of August 2022. So yeah, I paid him in total $264 from January to August 2022. I paid him $33 each month, accumulating to 30 $264. So I paid off my brother's $264 deal with the AC. Apparently he bought the AC for $330, so I guess he got me a bit of the disc. He gave me a bit of a discount. Anyways, um my dad did the math, told him the price, how much I paid off my brother, 264 compared to 120. And seeing how this AC is old-ish and it has been used up already, I think it's more logical to just buy a new one because if I did go for the $120 repair, what's to say that this AC would last me another year or two? Best if I just buy a new one that could last me more longer than the currently dying AC with a $120 repair. Because if we did go for the repair, it's cheaper. Yes, we did go for the repair, but um, yeah, possibly the repair could only extend the AC's life to one more year or two. If I buy a new fresh AC, be it secondhand, lightly used, which is what we found actually just now. Um, yeah, we could. It's better off buying a new one that is lightly used compared to this one that has been used a lot by my brother and well me for a year plus. So we found an AC, similar brand, and actually a better model as a matter. $170. The other one that we found is 250. One we found is also same model, 170. So there's a big difference. Huh. This one's $170. Almost cost slightly more than the repair, which is $120. So if I'm paying for $120 just to extend my AC's life for one more year, you might as well just buy a new one that could last 2 or more years. And this time I learned how to dismantle the AC and what to clean. Because I know how to clean an air conditioner, but not a portable one. Portable ones is basically your compressor and your AC unit in one. Because a AC is the compressor is outside, and then the AC unit is inside your house, keeping you cool and blasting cool air. The compressor is outside, filtering hot air into cold air using the freon gas that is the same gas that's used to refrigerate your items in your refrigerator. Uh, let's just say the reason why I know all this is because I'm no engineer, but my dad's a project senior manager, a project senior manager engineer. My brother is a my brother used to work at Rolls Royce as a aerospace engineer, and he works as a also aerospace engineer, but at ST Technologies, I think. I don't know. But yeah, basically we got two engineers in our family. One's for uh mechanical. The other one is for straight up construction. So yeah. Anyways, this one's $170. It's the same model, but it's the Type A model. This Type A model has a swing function. My model doesn't have a swing function, even though the fucking I like how okay, my model of my current AC doesn't have a swing function, but on the remote there's a swing button. That's just the irony in it. So I press this, it does nothing. Hang on, does this thing work? Yeah, it does work. What the fuck? It's funny. I have a swing function. I actually used it like I think before, and I always thought it would do something, but no way now it does shit. Yeah. I mean, if I do buy this AC, which I am gonna buy, 'cause fuck me. Right now, I'm using a fan. A fan can only go so much. The reason why my brother bought the fucking portable AC is because the fact that they're moving. My sister-in-law's moving with husband and wife. But my brother realized how fucking poorly ventilated my room is. Even with the sliding door, even with the door open, windows open, window is open with two fans, it's still not. No, it's fucking hot. And before I gave up my room to them to before I lent my room to them so that they can stay for the time being until they find a place to stay for their own. I was complaining so much, like yeah, even with a fan, the window open, fucking door open, the ventilation is so bad. You're better off getting a fucking AC. Which he actually did go for the idea and it actually worked. And when they moved out and they left their AC here for me, and in the end, my brother still made me pay for it. Yeah, it was a like night and day. It's like god damn, I finally have a room that has an AC. God, comparison to last time before I had an AC because last time I had an air cooler, but an AC is a different story. AC just makes the whole fucking room cold. And I think around the time when I got my gaming laptop, and I made my gaming laptop as an PC to stream games. Oh my god, I put my AC at 27 or 26 low fan speed. It would still be fucking cold. And I did complain every now and then, but not as much as how much I complain on how hot it is now because my AC is fucking dying. It's not keeping my room cold. Anyways, I've talked long enough. I'm sorry I went on my TED talk, but yeah, so out of all the shit that's going on today and all the bad news, I guess there's some good out of all this, which is, finally getting a new AC, new version actually, as a matter of fact, version of my AC, but it's a Type A version. I like the different variants of the Enterprise, the Starship Enterprise. Excuse me. Okay. Yes, I am on Genshin, and I am doing my dailies. And I need to buy bread later on. Yeah, it does to buy bread. I should probably do it.
Sharing my knowledge.
That's the idea of things.
Hey!
Mine
The wind rises.
The portable portable air conditioner that he's least I can do. I mean, I don't have $170 right now. Probably this Friday, but I highly doubt my dad's gonna let me just pay off one shot. He probably just tell me to just pay it off, like how I did it with my brother, with my current AC. Just paid him off like monthly, like $33. I mean, this AC is $170. That's almost half the price of my current AC that I paid off with my brother. 264 compared to 170. Jeebus. Anyways, 170 divided by 20? I don't know. Me message my dad asking why. Oh. I swear.
Illusion
You better not pull that one.
I will have
because he knows
order.
I'm gonna buy a gaming table. Well, not a gaming table. Not like a.
I see
Oh, it is a game. It is gonna be a gaming table.
Wretched vermin!
Yeah,
Too
it's
slow.
the table that I mentioned is $249.
Too slow.
And I get the gut feeling he's gonna be like, oh, if you can afford that, you sure as hell can just pay off. You can pay the $170. The thing is, right now, I only have 150 because I used some. Oh, I used some of the money that I currently. It's from my first weekly pay. And I am getting paid this Friday from last week's shift that I did. The thing is, I get paid weekly. Although that's more better than being paid at the end of the month, every time of the month. Just that I did the math. I earn 275 every week because I do $55 a day times 5. That's 275 times 4. In total, in a month, I earn 1.1k. Not bad in my book, but everyone's book is probably, god damn, 1.1k. That's terrible. I'm like daylight robbery right there. But that's the point. Point is, I'm buying the table around the 11th or 12th of March. So Saturday or Sunday. By then, I should have around 900 or just under $1,000. So once I buy the table, the rest of the money is probably be buying like accessories. I should have like, yeah, rough estimate, maybe 700-800 savings. Okay, give or take. I don't know. But yeah, after that, I'll just keep working. Which I mean, the whole point of me working throughout this whole year is to earn some money and save some for a UK trip, possibly UK trip, but definitely confirm Japan trip. And also have some money on the side for next year when I do resume studies. I that way I don't have to worry about asking money from my dad. Plus, I do want to I want to build up my savings. Who doesn't want to do that? The reason why I brought it up is more like what if my dad knows that I'm working? He's like, oh, since you're working, I don't have the money now. Can't you just pay?
The Temple of Wisdom.
This is the first time where I asked someone to pay on my
Everyone
behalf.
hold hands.
Getting back slowly.
I see everything.
Order guide you.
The trust is there. I've borrowed money from my dad. Before. The most I borrowed from him is $100. And I did say like, you know, let me borrow $150. I'll pay you back on the next day. Was when I was in the army, and I did pay him back. So it's not the first time I'm borrowing money from him. In this case, I'm letting him. I'm asking him to pay on my behalf this time. I know he's got more money than me. Like,
Shine down.
Like 7K. And on top of that, he can withdraw from his pension funds, aka CPF.
Yeah.
Don't call it pension funds. Or call it CPF. I don't know the full meaning. It's just an acronym. I could be like,
Illusion shattered.
this is good. As for the 7900 XP, I did mention that I'm planning on upgrading my arts around my birthday as a self-treating for myself. So hopefully around my birthday this year, I should have like more than enough money to upgrade everything. Not just my graphics card, but maybe a new case. That, or I could just like incrementally, maybe until I guess from now. I mean, until I sort out my portable air conditioner problem and also my cable cable buying thing. I'll hold off on potentially upgrading parts. Maybe around May or June I can start upgrading. Or I could just do it in one shot. Like I save my money. I start saving. I mean, I'm gonna start saving. It's just I need to buy something to replace something because it's not just a want but also a need. Like say a new AC in my fucking room. Fucking hot. This fan is doing only so much. But yeah. Yeah, needs before wants. So like a new more storage. Actually, speaking of storage, I've been dying to I keep throwing off. I've been saying that I need to buy an SSD laptop. I keep forgetting to buy it. And when I realize, oh shit, I should have fucking saved my money and bought an SSD laptop. Fucking space on my laptop. Dismal. It's like 512 gigs, but in total is like 300 gigs of just space. What do you do with that? I mean, it's mostly for games, but also if I want to edit stuff and I'm on the go.
Add as. Thank you for. Add as.
Two things I need to worry about as of right now is just new table and new HD. Odd. I kid you fucking not. My fan is on full speed. You can't hear it because I have a Blue Yeti mic and I got the noise suppression filter on OBS. So you don't hear that shit.
Every journey has its final day. Don't
Okay, I was hoping to stream games, but I just wanted to hop on just to get some news out there on my end. I mean, I could just see it on Instagram, but whatever. I get a stream going, even though 90% of my stream as of right now it's just my daily life kind of thing. Like I said, I do this shit for free, and it's a hobby. So just because I'm streaming, don't expect me to go big or don't expect me to put in 100% effort. Dismal that people think, oh, you're a streamer, so what? Are you getting donations? Does that mean you get money? No, I'm a hobby. exactly. We had this talk a long time ago. All right, I'll see you guys either tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, or following weekend. Okay, bye bye.